changing? Because I saw recently things are changing, like a magazine that is constantly against India and keeps abusing India, maybe to reach out to a particular audience, has now started accepting that we are one of the fastest growing economies.
You know why it's changing?
Why?
Because the reality is asserting itself. You're right.
You're right. But
I'm 100% sure.
But I get angry. I'll tell you why I get angry. I'm told this is Bloomberg, I'm not sure. Look at this headline, gentlemen. And by the way, Mr. Puri, your next answer, it will be my last question, open it up. By the way, Mr. Puri has been one of the finest diplomats representing India globally and especially in the United Nations. So there is something we need to ask him here. When this news agency says, Britain drops behind India to become the world's 6th largest economy. Look at this. Britain drops to become the 6th largest economy.
I thought the one that is becoming something is the one which is...
No, see the next line. See the next line. The former British colony jumped past the UK in 3 months to become the 5th largest economy. They are describing India after 75 years as a former colony. I'm talking to you about mindsets. You've talked to me about falsities, information war internally. But I also believe there is a greater matter externally. And I believe it's time we need a counter. I truly believe this country needs a stronger counter, but I'd like your thoughts on it.
But before you throw this open, I have just one small comment.
Please.
You know, as a student of history, I can tell you that we had republics in the east of India, Vaishali, hundreds of years before Christ. We are a 7,000-year-old civilization. That British exposure, look, I'm an admirer of the UK. I have a lot of friends, so I'm not going to that. You've studied there, so I have to be polite. But
where?
At Oxford, don't do that?
Oxford and Cambridge.
Okay. Now, issue is the British interaction with us was only 190 years out of a total history of 7,000 years. So if we reclaim what is legitimately ours and shed aside the colonial mindset, that's something that should be celebrated. But these people are not accepting that. So I totally say it's not that India has become the 5th largest economy. I want to add something to that. India will be the 3rd largest economy in the world by 2030.
Whoa. That's a good headline to give us, sir. 3rd largest by 2030.
I have no doubt about that.
That's incredible.
I travel all around the world on my job. Don't see this kind of economic buzz that I see in India anywhere in the world.
You and Jaishankar, Mr. Jaishankar, and you are the angry young men in this government now. Angry. You are a little more angry, and he's also angry. So it's like a Amitabh Bachchan, Shashi Kapoor combination. But we are enjoying it. I enjoy it when you go to the US and elegantly lose your cool when it comes to questions about our imports of oil from Russia, for example, right? I want to know from you how the Western world responds to you.
I told a young colleague who's a member of the Foreign Service who's now working in my ministry, and he said, we are likely to come under this, that, and the other. He was saying like pressure. I told him, young man, pressure is something, unless you're doing weight training, it's only something that can be felt in the mind. But if your mind is wired not to feel the pressure, I don't think there's anyone who can pressure Modi's India. Simply all that.
Fantastic.